What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the 3-Man Podcast. And as you know by now, that's 3MP for short. I am your host, Steven, and I got my buddies here, Chris and Alex. What's up, guys?
Hey.
Good to be here.
How you guys doing?
Good. Excited to talk about Raw and Smackdown and a lot of other stuff.
I'm more than excited. I'm pumped to talk about Raw and Smackdown.
Did you guys have a good weekend?
Yeah, it was very exciting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you watch the Super Bowl?
Of course. I got to see the Eagles win and Brady lose, so it was very actually upsetting.
You're upset. I was upset, too.
I was actually very upset. I was the only Brady... Okay, Tom Brady's my boy, all right? He's my boy, and I got to support him. When all the haters in the room are attacking him, I got to stand up for him.
So what you're saying is you like a good heel?
All day, baby.
You like a good heel, Chris?
I love heels.
I was upset because I do enjoy Tom Brady.
I think he's the only one who actually played well that night his team.
He was.
I mean, actually, no, Gronk was pretty awesome.
I actually tweeted about that before because someone said that it was all Brady's fault. And
Absolutely
I was
not.
I'm pretty sure he was the only one that showed up.
Yeah, he threw for 500 yards. I'm pretty sure he showed up to the big game.
How is it his fault when he keeps getting hit, tackled?
But
your team's supposed to prevent
no,
that.
I was upset because, people get upset when Tom Brady does good things.
Yeah.
Which he tends to do.
Because he's awesome.
And if you look at my favorite wrestlers ever, they're all heels. But their best work were with heels. You have Edge, CM Punk, Seth Rollins. I mean,
Seth Rollins, he's a heel?
He was.
Champion,
He's a tweener now.
No, he's a face now, but
yeah.
His best work is as a heel.
Okay.
When he turned on the Shield and all that good stuff.
Good times.
Which you don't know about, but
no, I do not know.
We'll review that.
We'll review that one day. We'll do a reaction video.
Yeah.
But I was upset. I didn't win any money either this year on my boxes.
Yeah, I had the worst boxes. I had 9-9.
Yeah, I had
you don't win with 9-9.
We bought
8-0, but it never worked out.
10 at the party we're at. I don't even know the numbers I had on those, but I didn't win. And I had 5 for the Patriots and 0 for the Eagles. So I was hoping it'd be 35-0. That didn't happen.
Yeah,
because,
dude, no way.
Nick Foles decided to get paid this offseason. But that's okay.
That's right.
Anyway,
yeah,
we're here to talk about wrestling. So, side note, you guys are going to probably hear about this first. Me and Alex did go to a wrestling show this weekend, as you probably saw on our Twitter and Instagram. We went to WrestlePro, the local indie federation up here in northern New Jersey. And Impact Wrestling co-promoted it. It will be on Twitch this Friday, February 9th. So you guys could watch it. I think it premieres at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it did.
So, but we saw that on Saturday when they filmed it. It was a good time. We're going to do a mini podcast on that right after this, but I'm not sure if it'll be up before or after this. You'll find out before us.
Yeah, that's true.
So, so we saw that on Saturday, and obviously Monday night was Monday Night Raw. So, I enjoyed it overall. Raw has been really good lately. It hasn't felt like it's been 3 hours.
Raw's definitely better than SmackDown.
Right now, Raw is definitely better than
God.
SmackDown. For a while, SmackDown was must-see TV.
Really?
Yeah. Raw was
for a few.
pretty terrible.
I don't believe you.
I know.
After watching this week,
trust me. I can see why. But for a while, SmackDown was way better than Raw.
Because Raw felt like for 3 hours.
It's 3 hours of wrestling.
Dude, even
Raw just on.
Back in the day, I felt like Jesse always talked about Raw way more than SmackDown.
But the thing is, back in the day, SmackDown actually for a while turned into more of a recap show for Raw than it was actually wrestling.
It didn't become like a main show.
And for a long time, forever actually, SmackDown wasn't even live. It was recorded on Tuesdays and then on Friday night. So a lot of times you could just look up what happened and you didn't have to watch it. And Friday nights, I know when our friend group usually thinks that's why I would never actually even watch it. So, but now it's live on Tuesdays. So, and you got AJ Styles. Now,
Shinsuke.
The roster's a little bit more evenly stacked. Well, as much as it can be.
AJ Styles.
But 3 hours of wrestling can be rough sometimes. Every week on a Monday night. But it's been a lot better.
It's a great way to, what do you call that? Deal with the Mondays.
Yeah. Well, this week it was. I mean, I was live tweeting it, and I was having a fun time tweeting it.
I mean, maybe it hasn't felt like 3 hours because I've been watching it at at work, so it's kinda,
Yeah, I walk by, I'm like, I hear something, and I just see you like walking around with your phone.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was still working. Can't say I wasn't working.
I gotta say, dude, I can't work and watch that at the same time. I can't focus.
But I usually if I'm home watching wrestling, I'm like playing something on my phone anyway. I'm not like fully focused.
Engaged, yeah.
So, anyway, what the night start off with? Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt.
The big dog.
So you're like, come on, that was I don't know. That disappointed me. That fight.
Yeah.
Okay, well, to start off, I had a lot riding on this match.
You had a lot.
You
writing?
did have
I
a
did
lot
have a lot
riding
riding
on
on
Like
this
what?
match. It was announced early in the day this match would happen to get into the Elimination Chamber, and I wagered all my Devils jerseys and memorabilia
Yeah.
in a fire.
I was very disappointed in this.
In a fire if Bray Wyatt won this match. And I would also buy a Philadelphia Flyers jersey, and if anyone knows me, there are a few things I hate more than the Philadelphia Flyers.
What jersey would you buy from the Flyers?
The person I hate the most. I don't even know if I hate any of them that
I know,
much now.
I was gonna say, they're
I would
so
say
good.
Scott Hartnell back in the day,
Why? He's so good.
or more recently, Braden Shen, but he's not even on their team
I was gonna
anymore.
say, yeah.
But that's hockey. But anyway, I kept all my stuff.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns won, which we knew was going to happen.
Yeah, it pretty much had, for me, when I saw Roman come out and see Brand's, I'm like, why? You might as well have Roman do the finger poke of doom because we all knew what was going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I think the other guy's cooler, though.
Oh,
Bray's
Bray's awesome.
Yeah, Bray's great.
If they give him... Look, this actually depressed me because I thought about it. This time last year, going into Elimination Chamber, Bray Wyatt won the Elimination Chamber last year and pinned AJ Styles and John Cena clean and became champion and went into WrestleMania as champion. So it depressed me a little bit that ever since then he's kind of doing nothing. I mean, he has this thing with Matt Hardy right now, but even that
That's nothing,
hasn't really
though.
picked
Matt
up
Hardy?
Yet. Yeah.
Woken Matt Hardy.
Yeah, but he actually has a storyline going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of... Because they're both kind of supernatural, so it's kind of the natural thing to do first.
They're both crazy.
I don't even
Supernatural,
know.
I don't know.
We'll get into more of that in a minute. But it was a typical Roman and Bray match. They have some entertaining matches, but, we knew Roman was going to win. Bray got some good moments, but...
Yeah, I feel like he took him out a lot.
Who, Bray?
Yeah.
Well, they like to have Roman overcome odds a lot, so they like him to get beat up a little bit. But,
I don't know. After a while, I just get tired of seeing that. I feel like you're making one person dominate more.
Welcome to the last 4 years of our life, Chris.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, no, Roman's going to win because, we want him to.
You're learning fast.
Yeah,
That's been the last 4
he is
years
learning
of our
fast.
life. Roman winning some way or another.
Yeah. I mean, Roman is cool, but now, I don't know, I just got tired
Roman
of him.
is very cool. I love Roman. I would love him even more if he wasn't forced on us all the time.
Yeah.
When he first came in, Steven knew I was a huge mark for Roman, but then over time I just couldn't stand him anymore.
The year Batista won the Royal Rumble is the year Roman should have won the Royal Rumble.
Is Batista actually out?
Yeah, well, he keeps saying he wants to come back.
So there's a chance for Mania he might come back.
Come back just for a match?
No, he wants. If he comes back, he wants to do full time.
Yeah, full time.
Why? I thought he's enjoying his.
He is, but he loves wrestling. He's always said that.
Oh, okay.
He said but he's only going to come back if it's right for him. He wants the right match. He wants to be treated. Because last time he was promised a lot, and they kind of pulled the rug out from under him.
Okay.
But people hated it at the time, but looking back on it, his last run was pretty good. He put over the Shield. He put over Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. So I love Big Dave.
Yeah, I hope he comes back.
Diesel's always fun to watch.
Who?
Batista.
Oh, I thought you said Diesel. I'm like, what?
Yeah, man, Diesel.
That is a wrestler. Kevin Nash.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought of Vin Diesel.
No, but Guardians of the Galaxy co-star.
Yeah.
So where were we? Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
Yeah, so... we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
We know Roman's going to win the Elimination Chamber. Unless something crazy happens. We have to wait and see. We have a couple weeks, but...
Game changer.
It is what it is.
Roman did another upper body spear. I don't know if you noticed that. Yeah,
his spears have been a little weak lately.
Yeah, he pulled another kill Shinsuke spear, but he did it on Bray this time.
Oh yeah.
He went for the next shot, and that's how he won it. I guess that's what they're gonna book his spear now, is try to break people's necks.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You go for the neck. That's how you win.
That's how you paralyze people.
Yeah.
And win. You paralyze someone, you win.
And then what was after that? I know Matt Hardy.
Yeah, Matt Hardy came out. started doing the delete. Bray somehow did not notice that he was behind him. Hit him with a twist of fate. Started doing the delete. And that was it. I'm guessing it's going to be an Elimination Chamber pre-show or opening match.
Well, you never know. Bray Wyatt could get into the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, he also could.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Question. We know that WWE has all the rights to the broken Matt Hardy stuff now. It looks like there's going to be a match at WrestleMania between Bray and Matt Hardy. You don't know what the final deletion is yet, but we'll show you. Don't worry.
We have to do a review with him of the final
We will
deletion.
show
I feel
you.
like I have, because you used that as your
Yeah.
fantasy name, right? And all
Yeah,
that?
but I never actually showed you it. I
Maybe
tried
Jesse
to.
did.
He might have, but you were unreceptive. I know you back.
Yeah.
So we'll show you. Would you prefer? Now it's WrestleMania. Keep in mind, because they did for like the whole broken Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy thing and Impact. They did like pre-taped matches
At the
like
compound.
not in the arena. Like it would be at the Hardy compound.
Yeah.
And they would play it in the arena, right?
Okay.
Would you like if they did that and had it at WrestleMania, or do you think that it should be at WrestleMania, the match? Like if they did a pre-taped match and played it at WrestleMania. Like us, it doesn't matter because we're going to be here either way.
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
going to be
yeah.
home, we could watch it. But I'm saying, like, if you're in the arena, would you feel slighted if it was pre-taped?
I would feel slighted, but if they a little bit as a fan because you want to see like wrestling, but if they had it as the level of final deletion, like if they do that, no doubt in my mind, everyone would be like, I just saw like final deletion 2.0 at Mania.
Because they did the House of Horrors match between Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton, which was pre-taped, but they finished it in the arena.
Which is something they could do. I think that's something that would be cool if they had it started similar to Compound and then finish it at Mania.
Because Bray Wyatt and broken Matt Hardy, both have teleporting powers. So,
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
so it could happen. There would be no like weird limo involved, like the House of Horrors match with Randy Orton.
no, like
So we'll
I think it'd be cool if they did that.
If they're gonna bring in teleportation, like let's go. I want that. I want to see that.
No, Bray Wyatt teleports. I'm sure you've seen it at this point. Like his thing will pop up on the screen and he'll appear randomly.
Like somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like the thing that came on the screen
Yeah.
before he cut his promo? Like, it's that, but it would, like, cut, and he will show up, like, either backstage, or you'll be in the middle of the ring, or at the end, like, at the end of the ramp, like, something like that.
Okay.
Right.
And Welcome Matt Hardy could do the same thing. He could just be, like, delete, and the next thing you know, he, like, shows up in the ring. Which I think that would be kind of cool if they did that at Mania.
Yeah.
I think that's something they could
I mean,
look
like
at.
I said, either way, I don't care. I'm sure it'll be entertaining, but I'm talking more about the 70,000.
How many
or
drones
so.
do you think they're going to
Oh
use,
my
though?
god, I can't wait for the drones.
They need to have at least, like, 5,000 drones.
He has a drone called Vanguard 1. It's like his pet.
Yeah, and it like sends messages. It's great. We have to show you. We have to show you it. It's
Dude,
fantastic.
Matt Hardy's changed.
Matt Hardy's
Yeah.
great.
He changed.
I love Matt Hardy.
Usually people didn't care for Matt Hardy. They like Jeff
everyone
Hardy.
everyone still, I think, likes Jeff better.
Yeah.
No, still.
But he's
Yeah.
injured. And that's they have to wait for Jeff Hardy to really go into the broken
Hardy's
stuff,
cool.
too. Cause
Do you think that they're gonna have Jeff involved with the broken stuff,
I
or do you
would
think they're
hope
gonna have a
so.
singles run?
I mean,
That's the thing,
I don't know.
because obviously a lot of people love Jeff
We'll see.
more than Matt.
Because they already given Jeff some single stuff. He had
Yeah.
the Intercontinental title shot since he came back. But that's for another night.
Yeah.
Was the Finn Balor?
No,
was that next, or was
it
something
was
else?
the Jason Jordan
Oh,
Seth
yeah.
in the back,
Yeah.
and Seth was like talking with the rematch, asking if he's okay, if he's ready to go. Jason
Yeah.
Jordan's like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go."
Yeah, so there's going to be a tag team titles rematch
Yeah.
tonight or
Their-
Monday night.
Their last shot.
Jason Jordan apparently has now we know for sure he has
Yeah.
a bad neck injury. And he's
So-
having trouble gripping things.
So he had successful
And he
surgery.
he had surgery on Tuesday.
But we'll talk about
So,
that towards the end because
yeah.
it comes up at the end too. But yeah, he asked if he's okay. He asked if he's not going to get concussed again and be by the ring. Jason's like, yeah, I'll be good to go. And then it just kind of, Seth says you better because I'm not ruining my rematch chance or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Walks away. And then it was this, which you weren't
Right.
a fan of.
So we had, I think it was supposed to be Finn Balor versus one of the members of the Revival.
It was supposed to be Dash Wilder.
Yeah, and they come out and like blah blah blah. We're tag team specialists. We want a tag team match. So why don't you pick one of your buddies, Finn, and we'll have a tag team match. So Finn like, all right, who do you blah blah blah. He picks Carl Anderson, which I figured was going to be his choice. And they have a tag team match, blah blah blah, back and forth. we knew it was going to happen. This is going to sound very hypocritical on my part after last week, that I'm upset that Finn Balor won the match. But I'm upset because Finn won.
Why?
Here's the thing, and I have a question for you guys. How do you feel about, well, it's a little different for this, but how do you feel about non-tag teams beating tag teams?
If it's a good match, I don't care.
Yeah, if it's a solid match, I understand your point.
Think about it. They're literally hyping them up as tag team specialists, and we know Finn Balor and Carl Anderson have a history working together. We know that in Japan, blah, blah, blah. We've never seen them tag team together on TV in WWE. Maybe in house shows.
But you don't consider Balor Club as a tag team?
I consider Balor Club a team, but they've never tag teamed together. Okay. And not nearly as long enough as the Revival, who are supposed to be one of the best tag teams in the company.
Being a little nitpicky.
That's not there's plenty of people who have the same opinion.
Yeah, I understand your point. I was surprised to see Finn go over because I was like, well, now that they're trying to get back to booking the Revival strong, I was expecting the Revival to do something, either if it's like cheating to win, but then obviously,
especially because Carl Anderson's in the match, he's like a pin eating machine.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone loves pinning. Carl Anderson gets pinned in every match.
Yeah, which is why when I was like, oh, when he picked Carl, I was like, well, it's different because like if you added Luke, you have the size advantage, and then I was like, oh, Carl's usually the pin guy.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's not. I'm not that upset about it, but I don't really like when like they're not two random guys, but when two random guys team up and they beat a tag team pretty easily when tag teams are supposed to be,
and especially with the Revival now that they're back, you're trying to book them strong. You shouldn't be having them eat pins to Finn in them. Which I understand you want to have Finn be booked strong too, but you can make it so that they can face someone else. Just have them face a weaker tag team.
I'm not as upset as last week. I was very upset last week. It was not a fake rant. I wish it was fake. I was hitting the table.
I was outraged.
But it's okay. Anyway, next there was a little cruiserweight action, which has been great.
Cruiserweight.
Do you understand what the cruiserweights are at this point, Chris?
Yes.
What are they?
I don't know.
They're the guys that weigh under 205 pounds.
All right.
Not all of them, though, because Finn Balor.
I had an idea. I just didn't want to say that.
What was your idea?
They were just way less.
Yeah, they were.
I just didn't know the number.
It's under 205 pounds.
Okay.
So there you go. You were right. So it was Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali versus Tony Nese and Drew Gulak.
Gulak?
Yeah, Gulak.
I love that name. I love Drew Gulak. That's just such a good wrestler's name.
Drew Gulak. Anyway, Drake Maverick was on commentary, doing a good job again. Which
pointer with that was Michael Cole. I don't know if you heard it on the broadcast, but he goes, "You might have known Drake Maverick as Rockstar Spud."
Yeah, they keep referencing.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, we know he's Rockstar Spud from Impact, but now he has a new name. Like, you say it once, okay, you might have known him, but the first time, and now I found it weird that he said it again, oh, you might have known him as Rockstar Spud. It was like,
it's kind of me. It's one of those names that'll grow on us eventually.
Yeah,
I think everyone wanted to call Finn Balor Prince Devitt when he started, and Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen. But it's all right. We'll learn to call him Drake Maverick because he's doing a really good job.
He is.
And he teased some more surprises in the 205 Live tournament. We've already gotten Tyler Bate, and this week we had Roderick Strong, which I'll get into a little bit later. But Cedric won via lumbar check. Gotta love the lumbar check.
Yeah, that moves. I'm all aboard I was talking before we started this. I'm all aboard the Cedric Alexander hype train.
No, he's really good.
I love him. I think he was great. And I really want him to win.
Yeah.
The tournament.
Why?
I love him in the ring. I think he's fantastic.
He's a really good
he had an unbelievable spot jumping over the top rope and made it look easy. And his lumbar check, that's probably my new favorite finisher when I watched it this week.
It's not my favorite finisher right now. I will tell you what my favorite finisher is right now in a short while on this very episode. So don't turn it off, or you could skip ahead, but don't do that.
Yeah, but the lumbar check, is my favorite finisher.
I didn't tell them when to skip to, so I have to listen.
Yeah.
So after that, Kurt Angle woke up, looked like he was a little tired, and he decided to come out and announce the Elimination Chamber competitors for the women. Oh my God. The first ever chamber match.
She's
so obviously we get Alexa Bliss defending her title in the Elimination Chamber, and fighting for her title will be Bayley, Mandy Rose, Mickie James, Sonya Deville, and Sasha Banks. And immediately I went, why no Nia Jax?
Yeah, I was surprised I was confused when they had both of Absolution in there and no Nia Jax.
But very quickly, Kurt Angle addressed it as a GM should and cleared it up. Nia Jax will be wrestling Asuka at the Elimination Chamber for a chance, if she wins, big if, and it's probably not going to happen.
Big if.
Stranger things have happened.
Yes.
Stranger
but
Things.
I don't...
Great season.
If Nia wins, she will also be added to whatever match Asuka is in at WrestleMania. So that's
Is
interesting.
Asuka like really what they're pushing?
What do you mean?
Like I feel like Asuka's just been like
She
everywhere.
has never lost. So yes.
She hasn't lost in 2.5 years now? I think they
forget
say
exactly when she debuted in NXT, but she was champion for 520-something days. So that's almost 2 years. So it's been well over 2 years at this point.
Okay. No, I
was
didn't
actually
know that.
looking.
They just keep pushing her and talking about her and everything.
Yeah, I was interested in like who has like because there's like it's like internet wrestling database and it keeps track of like everyone's matches and everything. I was like looking at like highest win percentages ever, and Asuka has the highest win percentage right now, like in all wrestling. So like including her past two, so it's like over 90%.
So
insane.
are they doing this? Like, are they going to keep this going?
Yeah.
I'd assume so.
I don't think
they're
they're
setting
going
it up for someone.
Yeah.
Maybe Ronda Rousey, which would make sense, but at the same time, you might
And
want
what,
to keep
Ronda's
them
gonna
apart
stop
for a
it?
while. Someone's got to end it. Every streak comes to an end. Goldberg did.
Goldberg.
She broke Goldberg's record a while ago for a
I remember
longest streak,
Goldberg.
and that was a fake
He's
streak.
cool.
They kind of like he would win one match and like would jump up 20 wins.
Didn't he have like a thing with Kurt Angle or
He had stuff
Or,
with Triple H and
Brock Lesnar? Or is that not?
Brock Lesnar. He beat Rock, which we should address because last week we said Undertaker's
Yes.
last person to beat Brock Lesnar, but it was Goldberg at WrestleMania last year.
Yeah.
I don't know how I forgot that.
Oh, he came back?
Yeah,
That's cool.
He was a Universal Champion last year. Oh, it was great. He came back at
Goldberg.
Survivor Series last year against Brock Lesnar and beat him in like 90
2 minutes.
seconds.
It was
the craziest.
It was a squash
was
match
amazing.
featuring Brock Lesnar.
I was like, oh my god, what just happened? Anyway.
What just happened?
But, so yeah, I got off track there. So yeah, Alexa Bliss, continuing the trend of heels being logical and bringing up good points, she says that, and I was interested in the route they took with this, because they brought up sexism, and I wasn't sure
Yes.
WWE would do that. A little controversial for a public company, but
Listen, that's how you thrive.
she brings up that Brock Lesnar doesn't have to defend his title in the men's elimination chamber.
Yeah. She's
So-
absolutely right.
She is right. She is very right.
100%.
But she isn't Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar does whatever he wants.
Wow. Why can't she do what she
Because
wants?
she's not Brock Lesnar.
Wow. And I like how he's like, that never came to my mind to compare the two. I was like, oh, Angle.
So, yeah, she brings up a good point. She's upset. She storms away.
Thoroughly outraged.
Which we did skip over something, because we did get Asuka versus Bayley, but there was a promo
Yeah.
in the back. Sasha Banks was reviewing her tape of her loss to Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
And Bayley says, like, she's watched it, like, 20 or so times. Like, why do you keep doing it? And she's like, well, I have to figure out how to beat Asuka, because I'm going to be doing that at WrestleMania when I win the Elimination Chamber or whatever. And Bayley's like, well, I have Asuka tonight, and I'm going to do what you couldn't and beat her. And Sasha's like, you can't do that. Like, I couldn't beat her. And Bayley's like, well, I've beaten you before. So,
Immediate crowd reaction.
which is great.
Burn.
Good turn for Bayley.
Yeah,
Looks like they're treating her a little bit better.
Yeah,
now.
I tweeted out after this that I loved it because it's bringing back Bayley's old school kind of way. Not old school, but I mean like NXT. They showed her toughness side a lot, and then when she came with the main, it was kind of like this softer kind of Bayley.
Yeah,
and now they're kind of
treated her like she was 12 years old.
yeah. Now they're bringing her back to the tough Bayley that she can overcome odds and stuff like that.
That brought us to the match. And Bayley was being booked very well. She had a lot more edge to her offense. Her and Asuka had a couple good back and forth exchanges. The commentary team was doing a good job of putting Bayley over too. Bringing up how she almost beat Asuka in NXT. They had great matches, blah, blah, blah. Asuka, though, as expected, wins via the armbar.
No way.
But I did like that Bayley got out of the Asuka lock.
Yeah.
So
That was
they booked
cool.
her very strong. And actually, there was one moment where it did look like Bayley got the 3 count.
Yes.
And the referee
yes.
a little. So they even went to the replay after the match to make sure it wasn't a 3 count. So that's good. I had a feeling that was purposeful to make
What would have
Bayley look
happened if
good.
it was a 3 count, though?
They're going to just pretend like it never happened.
Because that's the whole thing, and I was like, wait, was that a 3 count? And then the commentator's like, no, keep on going with the match, guys.
And Asuka also puts Bayley over with a little handshake after the match, which someone posted, I don't know if it was Twitter or Reddit, but in their first NXT match, Asuka and Bayley, Asuka doesn't acknowledge Bayley after the match. That kind of shrugs her off after she beat her. Second time, Bayley's rematch for the title, Asuka helps her up afterwards. And then in this match, their third match together, she shakes her hand after. So a little storytelling
Respect.
between the two, which I appreciate. Next significant moment of the night was Miz versus Apollo Crews.
Miz is terrible.
Uh-oh. Why is Miz terrible, Chris?
He's so
Because
annoying.
it seems as though everyone likes him but you now.
But me?
Yeah, you're on like a lonely island there, buddy.
Oh, man. I don't know. He just seems so annoying, like coming out with his little posse. Well, I mean, it's one dude.
It's 2.
Usually 2, but it only came out with Bo Dallas.
Yeah, he only came out
Curtis
with
Axel's
that.
still injured, or
Oh,
wherever
is
he
he
is. I don't
He's
know.
like, yeah, man. I mean, a lot of people do that.
I didn't know
He was
that.
annoying the other, I think, at Royal Rumble. Right? He was there?
The Miz?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He was annoying then, too. I don't know. I just find
I
his
mean,
character annoying.
That means he's doing a good job. Like I used to explain to Alex all the time when he hated on the Miz. I'm like, you're not supposed to like him.
I
But
used to hate the Miz. Now I
Here's
kind
the
of like
thing
him.
with heels. Eventually, if you're really good at being a heel, people are going to start liking you because you're such a
Like
good
the
heel.
Edge.
Like
Or
Edge,
Yeah.
like CM Punk, like all,
CM Punk was this a heel? Really?
Yeah.
I always liked him, though.
Yeah, everyone not everyone likes CM Punk. Triple H definitely doesn't like CM Punk.
And Vince.
And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Vince likes CM Punk. Anyone that makes Vince money, he likes.
Of course. Smart man.
So back to the match. Little Miz promo. He said that the Eagles should thank him for winning because the head coach showed them a video of his win over Roman Reigns to motivate them, which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
But Apollo Crews continuing.
Yeah.
Strong booking for Apollo Crews.
That was stupid.
You don't like Apollo Crews?
No.
That's racist.
What? No, man.
Why not?
I don't know. I just feel like he just gets beat and thrown out of the ring constantly.
Well,
Like a Royal Rumble, he just got thrown out like really quickly.
yeah, he did.
I was like,
And
what
then
is
they
this
turned
guy?
the switch, and now Titus Worldwide's getting booked stronger.
Didn't he fight last week too?
Yeah.
And he lost
the
again.
tag
No,
match.
they had a good match.
They had a good
He looked
match, but they
last
just ended up
week, too,
losing.
the tag team title match.
I don't know
But yeah,
about
they're
that.
booking him a lot stronger now. He's getting some good offense and getting to show off his plethora of offense.
I'm just
Oh, it's
afraid
so-
of those
still
standing
losing.
moonsaults. Like, I'm afraid one day
Yeah.
he's going to mess up or slip or something. But it's very cool when he does it. But I'm always nervous because
Right.
I've seen standing moonsaults go horribly wrong.
No, I thought maybe he would win because I pointed out that we don't have a high spot guy in the Elimination Chamber yet. So I thought maybe Apollo would be the guy. But The Miz goes over with the skull crushing finale. He will be in the Elimination Chamber match and won't be defending his title, but that's okay.
In the
because-
promo before, he said that he was going to be like the first ever
Yeah,
Intercontinental
and Universal
WWE, yep.
Champion. So,
So
we
we'll
won't
see.
get an IC title match, but that's okay. They've been doing a lot of that on TV lately, so
Yeah.
I could let that slide. And it might set up a little match for WrestleMania with him in the Elimination Chamber because we've heard Braun and Finn might be challenging him. So and they looks like they both will be in the Elimination Chamber. So.
Don't count out Bray either.
Oh,
You kind of Bray in
yeah,
there.
I don't know.
Come on, man. Get me in the IC title, man.
So after that, we find out that Jason Jordan cannot compete in his rematch with Seth Rollins
What?
because of a neck injury. So
Oh yeah, that. Yeah.
What did he say, though? He was saying he was doing some
yeah, he was
stretches.
doing like neck
Come on.
raises or something
Yeah.
in the back, and he
Is
felt
there
something
something like I don't know
pop or-
about that? Like, does he not want to tag team with Seth Rollins or
They
something?
don't like each other.
Yeah.
They
Is
really-
that, so that's why he
it was
keeps bringing
kinda-
this shit up.
Here's the thing: Dean Ambrose got injured,
Yeah.
and he was with Seth Rollins, tag team with Seth Rollins, and they were champions, and they lost to The Bar, but they had a rematch,
Mhm.
and Seth was like, "Look, I don't have a partner for my rematch," and Jason Jordan was all like, "I'm here," And Kurt Angle, he's Kurt Angle's son.
Yeah.
So Kurt Angle's like, all right. And they won. So they kind of had to be a tag team.
After that, okay.
And Seth keeps trying to tell me, he's like, you gotta be a teammate with me. It's not all about you, which is ironic because Jason Jordan used to be in a tag team, and a pretty successful tag team with Chad Gable. So it's kind of weird that he forgot how to be a tag team. But anyway, Seth was very, very upset with him because he literally said less than an hour earlier that he would be able to compete.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you know? Someone was standing in the back close enough to hear this. It was the big dog.
Which
Roman
Michael Cole
Reigns.
didn't say on commentary. Kind of disappointed.
Roman Reigns sneaks in from off screen and gives a little smirk, and Seth looks at Kurt Angle.
Does that happen a lot where there's like 2 matches?
No.
No, not really.
Well, here's the thing: the Shield is Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins, right? So they're friends.
Okay.
Which is why he did it.
All right.
So Seth was kind of like, "Can we do it?" And Kurt Angle was like, "Okay." So it's gonna be Roman Reigns, the big dog, competing with Seth Rollins. So that match was all right.
Yeah.
You're shaking your head. Why, Chris?
Silly. That should have been like a no-brainer. Like Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins should have just won that match. I feel like Roman Reigns got like destroyed too often. I feel like he was just like a punching bag after a while. And Seth Rollins was just, like, I don't know. I feel like the other guys kept like cheating and stuff. And Seth Rollins was like, "Hey man, what are you doing?"
They're the heels. They're supposed to.
Yeah,
cheat.
they're supposed to. Yeah.
But anyway, Jason Jordan moseys on to ringside. He's always in his ring gear. It kind of bugs me.
Yeah, that guy
he doesn't have like any merch to wear. Nothing. He just comes out like
singlet. Has like alternative clothing.
He doesn't have the street clothes feature in 2K, like WWE 2K or anything.
Sheamus and Cesaro get a little fed up with the match, so they're like, "All right, we're gonna get out of here."
Yeah.
They grab their titles, and Jason Jordan's like, "No, you can't do that," and cuts him off. And Sheamus goes to hit him, and Jason Jordan blocks it and punches him. So Seth and Roman get DQ'd, and Seth's like, "Is it all about you?" Or he gets very
selfish
upset.
son of a bitch.
Should we point out that Seth Rollins was in his hometown? He had a cool shirt for the night.
Yeah, he should have won that.
Well, here's the thing, Chris.
I called it. I actually
Here's
did call
thing,
it beforehand.
Chris. Vince does not like when people win in their hometowns.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
It's cheap heat on the other guy or girl that wins. So it's very rare that someone wins in their hometown. Charlotte did when she won the Smackdown title, which was pretty obvious. And off the top of my head, the last two I remember. And Naomi won at WrestleMania last year.
Naomi.
The Smackdown girl that glows in the dark.
Great description.
So, yeah. So she won in Orlando last year at WrestleMania, and that's her hometown. So those are the two off the top of my head that last time.
Yeah, I messaged him and I said, "Oh no, Michael Cole said it." And it's like Seth Rollins is in his hometown. And I was like, Vince is definitely like, "Nope, you're not winning tonight." And then they got the cue.
And then following was a women's match. It was Sonya Deville, right? Versus Mickie James, or was it?
It was the Nia. Let me see.
No, there was a match before that, or was it after that?
No, it was the Sonya Deville, Mickie James was after the Nia versus Vanessa Floyd, aka Jobber.
I got busy at work at that time, so I wasn't exactly as busy I can be at that time of night.
Yeah. It was pretty much Nia against a jobber named Vanessa Floyd, which is kind of weird that she's jobbing
turns
already.
out that this girl that came in for this match, the local talent, was 17. Yeah. Someone on Reddit pointed it out, that she's only 17.
What?
Which is weird, because I'm pretty sure you can't work unless you're 18.
Yeah.
In wrestling, yeah.
But someone said, is she the youngest ever on Raw? But no, it was Jeff Hardy.
Wasn't she got working papers?
He lied about his age to get on Raw, and he was 16 at the time. So...
Damn.
But good for her.
Yeah,
17
good for her. She got
on
it.
Raw, why not? You could go to school tomorrow and be like, look, I was on Raw last night, guys.
That's true. I mean, it was weird to me that Nia was getting like in a squash match. I feel like they probably should have given her a little bit better opponent. But again, it's almost Elimination Chamber, so they want to make her look strong against Asuka when that comes around. Mm-hmm. It was a quick 2-3 minute match. Pretty much just says that she's gonna beat Asuka's face in, and she's gonna have to wear her mask permanently at Elimination Chamber, and that was pretty much she just walked out of the ring.
And she said she's gonna be the Empress of yesterday after she's done with her But they faced off 3 times, and Asuka's won all 3 times.
Yeah, so I'll be stacked against her.
And which we left out of the Sonya Deville match. Mickie James won the match, and then Absolution did their thing, beat her up, and Alexa came down,
which was
and
interesting.
saved her.
What?
Maybe a face turn. I doubt it. I think it's just her being a little manipulative of her future opponents in the Elimination Chamber. But it was interesting that Alexa came out and saved her.
Mickie James had great facial expression when she's going up the ramp.
Sure
she was confused on what was going on, so she sold that really well.
And that brought us to our main event of the night, which had the last spot in the Elimination... Not the last spot. Whoever won would enter last in the Elimination Chamber. So very significant in a brutal match like the Elimination Chamber, even though it's not nearly as brutal as it used to be. The floors are padded now, so... But, so it had John Cena versus Braun Strowman versus Elias. So, interesting trio of wrestlers. We saw, interestingly enough, Elias and Cena team up for a bit to take Braun out, which was a fun sequence.
Yes.
They really had to pull out all the stops to take him out. We saw ring steps used by Cena.
Yep.
We saw the guitar getting broken over Braun's back, which is always fun. And we had an AA. John loves his power spots. You gotta get Braun up on those shoulders. And we saw an AA on the steel steps. So
that knocked Braun out for a good part
while.
of the match. Yeah.
I wrote down that Cena was a little over animated again.
Yes.
I feel like
he has to make more gifts.
Right? That has to be the explanation. I feel like he doesn't exactly. I don't know. I feel like he's bored. That's just my opinion. And he's kind of just being... Oh, and he was legitimately yelling out spots. Like, you could hear it clear as day.
Like what?
Like, he was yelling the next thing to do at people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he's being a little... He never has been very subtle about his spot calling, but even now, he's literally just yelling them, so I'd like to do it.
That's great. Maybe he just wants to go back on Grindr.
What?
You guys ever see that movie?
No. Trainwreck?
Trainwreck, yeah.
Yeah, John Cena's fantastic.
Fight on Grindr!
Yeah.
So the finish of the match was Cena power slamming... Oh, I'm so dumb. Braun power slamming Cena. So then Elias takes advantage and pushes Braun out of the ring. And he pins John Cena. So Elias... winning the match and getting a pin on John Cena.
I love Elias.
No,
I do too.
I put hashtag I walk with Elias on our Twitter the other day because he was fantastic. The promo even before the match was brilliant.
No one expected Elias to be where he is now, let alone in getting really good spots on the card. And now the last entrant in Elimination Chamber. I read something Triple H said at one point. Because in NXT, Elias really wasn't featured at all, so it was kind of surprising when he got called up. And Triple H said that, if there was one person, when I brought him in, I didn't really have to, I knew he would translate better on the main roster, so I didn't really have to have him on NXT. I just had to prepare him, off TV and, in the classes and stuff they take down there. It was Elias. And showing because he's really done a great job.
Yeah, he has done great.
And he played. It would be great since he's the last spot in the chamber. If he the whole time he's just kind of singing.
I would love that.
And playing his guitar. I think.
I would love him to do singing commentary as things are happening in the ring. I would find that hilarious.
Yeah, but after the match is over, Braun was very upset, as Braun tends to be, because he lost. Well, he was gonna win, but he got thrown out.
He should be honored.
He should be honored for losing? That sounds like bad logic. So he just power slams everybody, and then you think the show's going to be over. And he looks at the crowd, and they're just screaming and chanting like crazy, and he's like, "You guys want more?" And he goes and power slams them again, and then he's like, "Oh, you guys want more?" So for 5 or 6 minutes, he's just power slamming everybody, which is great. I don't think
which network probably didn't appreciate because he keeps on making the show go longer because he's like, "You want more power slams? Okay."
I love Braun though.
Braun's fantastic.
So that was Raw. what do you guys think overall? Good show? We said at the beginning it was a good show. So
Yo, it was tight.
Kind of redundant to say that again.
Yeah, it was
But
tight.
I was very entertained.
Yeah, I was
Lots of
entertained.
good matches.
Better than
and segments.
SmackDown.
Yeah, well, now
And it's good to see Braun closing the show
Yeah.
than having to deal with seeing Roman constantly close the show. So I like that.
But Roman got 2 slots.
Two.
Yeah.
So big dog.
Then next week he's going to get all 3, and it's going to be really annoying.
Anyway, that was Raw for the week, and now we get to talk about SmackDown Live. And as we love, gotta love when this happens. Good old Shane opened the show.
I don't
Pretty
like him.
much.
He's like, ugh.
He's boring now to me.
Yeah.
When he first came in, he was great, and
Yeah.
we're all super excited to have him. But now he's just there, and he's just dragging on, and it's just kind of boring.
Okay, so Shane says he's not a fan of the main event tonight of KO and Sami Zayn because obviously he does not like them, and he wishes
They
other people were
suck.
getting opportunities at the at title shots or whatever. Daniel Bryan comes out, which he was met with Rusev Day chants, which is hilarious. So Shane is all like blah blah, like he's trying really hard to fake cry, and he's like, I'm very emotional about this because I know you can't wrestle anymore, or whatever. To Daniel Bryan, you started this yes move and it's this great thing, and he's like, but I don't like that Sammy and KO are manipulating you or whatever. And Ryan's like, what do you mean? And he's like, I feel like you're living vicariously through them because they came up together through Ring of Honor, blah, blah. They're buddies. He feels like he's trying to give them the opportunities that he was given or worked for so he could live through their title shots and their matches or whatever. So then the house that AJ Styles built. AJ Styles comes out, and he cuts a pretty basic AJ Styles promo. He says that he says
He
said he's
head.
phenomenal.
he's
and
phenomenal, and he's like, I could deal with the everyday grind of putting matches on, the best matches out in the world every day, blah blah blah, but I can't deal with the SmackDown Live management obsessing over KO and Sami Zayn. So that was that.
I like when he says, when you make a decision, it affects me.
Yeah, well, he is the champion,
Yeah.
so. So after that, commercial break, but we come back and AJ Styles is strolling in the backstage area, and Shinsuke Shinsuke pops up, and
That was funny.
AJ's
This
like,
is great.
what's up? And Shinsuke's like, I'm gonna beat you at WrestleMania. And he goes right back to commercial.
Perfect. Spot on impression right there by Steven.
Was it or a joke? Or are you joking?
Joking.
Okay.
I mean, it was really good, bad.
I'm gonna beat you at WrestleMania. Whatever. I thought that was
Reminds me of
hilarious
South Park when they make fun of Asian people.
that they come back from commercial and they go right back to commercial after that. That was funny. But we got Liv Morgan versus Charlotte, and Charlotte requested the match, with the commentary was sure to talk about a lot because it's technically 3 versus 1 when you're dealing with the Riot Squad. But that didn't really matter because the Riot Squad was removed from ringside at some point. But Charlotte wins via the figure 8.
Didn't see that happening.
And after the match, Charlotte walks over to the announce team and goes 1 down, 2 to go. So it looks like I tweeted that Charlotte is like doing like a bounty hunter thing and is trying to take out all 3 of them one by one, which is pretty cool. Makes Charlotte look like a badass,
Yeah.
which she is.
She is a flare.
She's great.
She is a flare, you're right.
Woo!
So after that, we had the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Can we fast forward through this? I was so
I'll
sick
be
of the
completely
Bludgeon
I'm
Brothers.
going to be completely honest with you guys. I fell asleep during this part.
I almost.
They're
I went
like,
back.
oh-
I watched it live. Almost fell asleep. When I saw it back on the highlights, I was so bored. I was just.
So
went
can you tell me
fast
what
forward.
happened? Because I fell asleep.
It was just another. It was just another jobber squash
Yeah, it was
squash
those
match.
local
They just
talent,
started
yeah.
throwing these local talent guys
Yeah.
around, and then that was it.
Dude, the one kid looks so small.
Yeah,
compared to
I
them.
felt so bad for him. He
So,
was
I
getting
don't know what
launched.
I love Luke Harper. Don't get me wrong. Everyone tends to
Luke
think
Heartburn.
Luke Harper. He's the one with black hair.
Oh, okay.
Everyone tends to think he's the most underused guy on the roster. He's a really great wrestler. I really do like Luke Harper.
I like Luke Harper. I think they can do a lot more.
Even
with
Eric
Luke
Rowan's
Harper.
good. He's a decent wrestler, but if you're going to build them up for the Usos, give them an actual team to wrestle. Don't
Yeah,
give
that's
them
why
all
I'm
these
sick of
local
them being
guys.
in squash matches for the last 4 weeks or whatever they've been in.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to wait till Fastlane for this, which I hope not, because that's in March. So we have another month or so of that. Or if they're going to do it next week.
Like we know they can beat people. Like
Yeah,
we know they give them some better talent
They have giant
to
hammers.
to excel
That they don't
them
use.
to make it look like they can beat the Usos. Like
Yeah.
give them better talent. It's not that hard.
And the Usos keep crossing paths with them. But they framed like the Bludgeon Brothers looking at the Usos with the WrestleMania sign, so I hope we don't have to wait till WrestleMania for
Oh
this
Jesus!
match.
I would be.
Ah.
Oh no!
I mean,
That's bathroom break
I'll
worthy
watch-
right there.
I'll watch the Usos versus anyone.
Wow.
I'll watch the Usos wrestle blow up dolls or whatever because they're so good. But
Is that a thing?
well, actually, there has been matches in Japan where people wrestle blow up dolls. Believe it or not. So
Damn.
it's actually pretty entertaining watching Kota Ibushi wrestle blow up dolls and put on a good match.
Can't even.
So
He gets pinned by a blow-up doll.
I think he might have actually lost the match. I'm gonna be honest with you. But anyway, we got another Usos promo. They talk about locking down people again, but they say it's a mental thing.
You know what? You know what I want to see? I want to see them make a song with Lil Jon.
Little John.
Yes.
Why? Why of all rappers, Little John?
What?
Of all the rappers, you picked Little John?
Yeah,
Why
they
not
have.
Wale?
Who?
Wale's a big wrestling fan.
Well, no, I'm going by.
Or Snoop Dogg.
What's that called? Like the sound of their voice.
They just scream.
Yeah, I guess. I can't think of the word. Their cadence. There you go.
All right, fair enough.
Cadence. What? That'd be great with both of them. Like, that'd be awesome. I would so listen to that.
But they say that being locked down is a mental thing, not a physical thing. So when we're up there, you're in the Uso penitentiary, which I like saying a lot, and I like it. It's a good.
And then
a
you
good-
have Lil
that
Jon
is-
go like,
that's a good line.
what? And then like they'll say it again. You'll be like, what? Right there, you got it.
The Usos are doing great work all the time now, so another good promo.
Yeah,
for them.
they're another team that who would you think from where they were last year to now
Yeah.
be where they
They
are?
even reference there, like back in the day, you guys didn't care about us, and now we're all you care about, or something like that, which is true.
This is a baller.
The Usos were pretty boring when they were just two Samoan dudes who kind of slapped each other
Yeah,
and
he started screaming.
at the top of the ramp. You remember Rikishi? Do you remember Rikishi? The big fat dude that would rub his butt in people's faces?
No.
Okay,
Chris's face just looked so concerning when Steven said that line.
I don't remember
He
that
just looked
at
at
all.
Steven, he was like, no.
I'm pretty sure I would remember
he was in
that.
the tag team where they would like dance and stuff beforehand. Too cool. With Scotty Too Hottie.
No.
Okay, that was before your time. But anyway, that's remember when Undertaker pushed the guy off the Hell in a Cell onto like the truck with the hay? Do you remember that? Yeah, that was Rikishi he pushed off. Or are you thinking of when he tossed Mick Foley off the Hell in a Cell? Because he throws a
No,
lot of people off
Mick
Hell in a Cell.
Foley.
Yeah, well, anyway.
Okay.
But Rikishi is the Usos' father. So there you go. If you ever know Rikishi, that's
the
their
family
They're
tree.
cousins with The Rock.
That's the Rock's cousins right there. All three of them.
Rock's like, listen, I'll get you all jobs.
Well, no, because Rikishi was wrestling at the same time as The Rock. So,
Oh, okay.
but, The Rock's father got. The
He's
Rock
a
his
massive
job.
man.
Who, The Rock?
The father.
What do you mean?
The Rock's father is a massive man.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I saw pictures of him holding him when he was a kid.
Well, obviously someone's a lot bigger than holding a small child.
He's still a massive
Because
man.
The Rock is
Okay.
a very large man.
I don't want to argue this. He's the massive man.
Anyway,
And
now
a
that
nice
we're off
mustache.
topic completely.
All right.
I mean, not off topic completely, but we get the first ever SmackDown Top 10, which Chris was wondering about because he didn't pay attention when we talked about it last week.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. All right. Chill.
But SmackDown Top 10, as voted on by the SmackDown locker room, is as follows for the first ever. We get who else at number 10 but Ty Dillinger, the perfect 10.
Which is good to see him on TV. They're getting
I
mentioned
I
on
mean,
TV.
a picture of him on TV.
Does he like the Dillinger escape plan?
He might.
All right. Well,
He might.
they broke up, so.
So, hey, music lives forever.
Okay.
Number 9 is The Viper, Randy Orton. Number 8, Becky Lynch. Number 7, The Usos, On number 7.
What?
Number 6, we got the New Day. And the New Day were answering questions all night on Twitter, which was funny. They didn't answer mine. I was very upset. I asked them if they preferred Denny's or IHOP for their pancakes.
Because that's a stupid question. You go to IHOP. They're like, oh, look at this dumb kid. He really thinks I'm going to say Denny's?
They're probably sponsored by one of them, so they can't really say.
They're traveling the country. There's not always an IHOP.
Yo, they'll make an IHOP.
Where there's a Denny's. We don't have Denny's around here. We just have IHOP.
They go to Waffle House instead.
Oh, there's Waffle House, there's Cracker, whatever. They didn't answer me. It's all right. I'll remember that when we're famous and they want to be on our show. They can be on our show. Number 5 was the glorious one, Bobby Roode. Number 4, that was gonna burp. Wait.
I thought you were dabbing.
Yeah.
I was like, really, dude? They can't see you.
No, who dabs? TJ Perkins.
He still dabs.
Sir Perks a lot.
Sure. Number 4 is Naomi. Number 3, Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 2, Charlotte. And number 1, AJ Styles.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, not a lot of surprises there. No Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn, which was
good.
Surprising. Man, Chris does not like them.
Yeah, he's not a fan of them.
So, yeah, we'll see if that changes at all
Dude,
next week. I don't even know what they're going to do with it, because they said it's for opportunities, but they haven't really elaborated on what they mean by opportunities yet.
Is it like a considerable, what do they call that in hockey? Future considerations.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Is it like the same thing? Like, I'll
Pretty
give you an
much,
opportunity.
because
Future consideration.
Your top 2 are champions, and your third one is the
I feel like
Royal
everyone's a
Rumble winner.
champion after a while.
I mean, that's not true. Not
Is
everyone.
Ty Dillinger always going to be at number 10? That's the question going forward.
Maybe he likes double digits.
Well, no, he likes number 10.
He likes number 10. He's the perfect
He's
10.
The perfect 10.
Oh, okay.
So
like
that's
this a
why.
lot.
Is he always going to be at the number 10 slot?
But that brought us to our U.S. title match.
Boo.
Rusev versus Bobby Roode. And I thought it was hilarious.
The glorious guy?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, I thought it was hilarious. Aiden English came out to... All right. Aiden, all right. I'm about to... I hope you don't know what is going on with this light.
The light's flickering, so...
Yeah. Please support us. We need new lights. But we got an Aiden English sing-along because of SmackDown's new graphics. I felt like I was watching a Disney Channel, children's VHS that I used to watch as a kid. I actually sang along. I have a witness. I sang along to it.
Oh, who's the witness?
I was just laughing too much.
Who's the
She's
witness?
sitting next to us,
Who?
hating the fact that she came to watch.
Who's the witness? Speak up.
That's okay. But I thought that was funny. That's a good use of their terrible new graphics, I think.
Yeah.
And we had a little Rusev head dancing along the words, which was really funny. I like that. But the match starts, and we got a long commercial break, which was stupid that it was during a title match. But you can kind of get those ads in.
That's typical of WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
like
makes you
80
want
times.
You're actually going to sit through it then.
I mean, I have to.
Yeah.
Not everyone has to. But Rusev got a 2.5 after a little
The Bulgarian
English encounter by Bobby Roode. That was a little. I think we knew Bobby Roode was going to win, but
Really?
I was
Why?
upset. I thought they would have maybe pulled the trigger on Rusev.
Come on,
I
Rusev deserved that. That guy's all muscle.
So is Bobby Roode.
No, that guy has way more muscle on him. Do you see how thick he is?
He's very thick.
He's
a
so
good-looking
thick.
dude.
He's throws like I was like really.
Hangs
He's
out
like
his
throwing
underwear a lot.
around. I think like he kicked him in the face like 3 times.
Yeah, with the glorious DDT, man.
Oh my God.
That brings us to, now that we bring it up, there's a good ending sequence, a couple roll-up attempts between the two. They were rolling around the ring a little bit, and they were both trying to hit their finishers. But
That was
Bobby
a long
Roode,
match, right?
I mean, it felt really long because there was 2 commercial breaks during it. There's a really long one, then they came back, and there was another good one, another decent length. Well, at least for the second one, we got the picture-in-picture.
Yeah.
We didn't get the picture-in-picture for the first one, but Bobby Roode wins via the glorious DDT, which, like I said, expected. You don't like Bobby Roode, Chris?
Not really. At first I was like, oh, this guy's not bad, and then he came out with his intro with the terrible? Like, what is
Oh,
it?
it's great. That's my ringtone.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's a great theme.
At least, good thing you always have your phone on vibrate. But
I mean, on here I do, but at
Oh,
work
dude.
when it goes off, it's amazing. I
that
let it
was
ring.
terrible. And then his stupid little jacket that says Glorious. I was like, what is this?
Wow, do you think he smiles too much?
I mean, with that kind of smile, you gotta have to. Yeah, come on, he
See,
has curly whites.
Everyone,
His beard is very nicely tamed.
you'll like
He's
him
good.
better when he finally turns heel again, because heel Bobby Roode is way better.
Yeah, we need heel Bobby Roode,
Yeah.
which I think if they should have had Rusev go over so that
Yeah, I
heel
thought they
Bobby
would do
Roode
a
could come
turn.
back.
Oh, you know who has a good intro? Seth Rollins. It's pretty tight.
Why? Because it's a breakdown.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's pretty. You'll
Someone
like,
else had
that's why
another
you'll
one,
like
too.
Alistair Black.
I like Black.
One time Code Orange played him out, or at least
Oh,
the
really?
singer was there. But
Oh, Jesse told me that. Yeah.
and
Code
like,
Orange is tight.
He's friends with Andy Williams.
They have they released a new song, Only One Way.
Oh,
So check it
I
out,
haven't
guys.
listened to it. This isn't a. You could talk about music on the Metal Teddy Bear Experience.
Listen, it's relatable, okay? Got to give them a nice little hashtag so they refollow. Or follow.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Bobby Roode is celebrating, and guess who shows up? We got an RKO out of nowhere.
Oh,
from
yeah.
Randy
That was
Orton.
funny. He just
So-
kept doing it to everyone.
Yeah, so it looks like we might get Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode, which is fun.
Andy Norton is great. We should definitely have more of him.
Randy Orton's fun when he just RKOs people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which seems to be his thing again.
And he has like
shows
that
up and
sinister
RKOs people.
little face going.
Yeah. But funny enough, I was on Reddit
Him and
before.
Cena still have a thing?
They'll always have a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's been like 800 times at this point that they've wrestled. But pretty funny. I was on Reddit before, and someone...
Wait, what? Steven on Reddit?
Wow.
No
what?
way.
But someone
Alex, you
posted
heard that?
Someone
He was on
posted
Reddit.
someone posted a
Code Red, guys.
screenshot-
He's on Reddit.
Someone posted a screenshot of the post RKO of Bobby Roode laying down, and it Randy Orton RKO'd one of his nuts out of his underwear. So one of his little testicles were hanging out of his trunks, which is pretty funny.
They needed exposure too, man.
I
You could call that a little overexposure.
mean, it could have just been the way the light was hitting him, but it looked pretty blatantly like, especially because the way he landed,
So-
it was very fathomable that.
Is that going to be the thumbnail for our video?
I mean, it could if you want to zoom in and enhance on it. I mean,
Enhance.
that might get us demonetized, even though we're not making any money off this yet.
All right, let's start early
Please
then.
subscribe. We need new lights. Anyway.
And more different wallpaper.
Yeah.
After that, there's a Benjamin and Gable promo backstage. They're talking about how Breezango's pretty trash.
Yeah, they had their graphic package
Yeah.
up there too. and
Yeah.
it was flying
They
on the
had
screen.
one cool line. They said that they were the weapons of tag destruction. I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Little cheesy,
Made me
but,
giggle.
I mean, what isn't in wrestling when you think about it?
Yeah.
And they had a match against the Ascension, and obviously they won. So, Benjamin and Gable. Yeah, that's about it for them.
Every time you say that, I think of Procter and Gamble.
All right.
Every time. Are they sponsored by Scott?
By who?
Scott Tissue. Procter and Gamble.
Do
Do you know what Procter and Gamble is?
I know what they
You
are.
work at a grocery store.
Don't
All
tell
right.
people that. Now they know where they
Didn't say where.
work. Anyway, we get to the main event for the night, which is Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn.
Boo.
What's your deal with them, man?
I'm tired of seeing them.
Why?
I've only been watching wrestling for how long, and they're just I'm tired of seeing them. I get
All right,
over it.
man.
And
Relax.
AJ Styles too. It's like, oh my god,
When there's
their
once
bromance
there
is
isn't-
ridiculous.
They're not. I mean, who's
They have a
bromance?
bromance.
Who?
The two
Kevin and Sammy?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been friends forever.
Yeah.
Just like you and Jesse, dude.
Yeah. I don't televise that every week.
But AJ Styles was on commentary.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. You
yeah.
knew he was gonna jump in there.
It was pretty much an amalgam of all their past encounters in the WWE and beyond. You know, it was a solid match.
And beyond.
We saw the turnbuckle tornado DDT. Sami Zayn hasn't done that in a while. I like that, where he jumps through the bottom rope.
Oh, okay.
And that's cool. I like that spot. A little back and forth, but
Slapping him.
so at some
slapping
point,
him.
I mean, it wasn't their best match in WWE.
No.
No,
Um,
it could have been better because we've seen better
Yeah.
out of them. but
That's
it
okay
was still all
because
right.
it was leading to
I don't want
this
to hurt
finish.
you. I have to.
So Sami Zayn gets in AJ Styles' face and it's like, I forget exactly what I said, but AJ Styles was like, finish the match, like, go do your job or whatever, and Sami Zayn would like get in his face. AJ's like, I've had it. He throws his mic on and starts beating him up. So ends in a disqualification.
And he takes off his shirt too.
Yeah,
You can't
took his
forget
shirt off.
that.
Gotta
Flows
see
his
those
hair.
muscleroonies. So we saw that, and
The
you know, Daniel Bryan comes out. He's like, at Fastlane, we will have a triple threat for the WWE Championship. Much to AJ Styles' chagrin, but that's his fault because he got involved in the match. So I would have liked Sami Zayn to win the match, but that's just me. I know Chris doesn't want either of them winning. I don't know what Alex wanted.
Let's go away.
But Kevin Owens has, like I said, had all of the titles at this point.
I wanted Sam. If anything, I would have preferred to see Sammy win, but
Sammy's a little whinier. I mean, the other guy's a little. They're both whiny.
But r/shower thoughts here. Oh my God, it's happening again. But a little shower thought action here. I thought about this in the shower.
Shower thought.
What you don't know this, but Alex, what has been Shinsuke Nakamura's best match in WWE so far and NXT combined?
John Cena.
Yeah.
No. No.
Best match?
Yes. His first match, Alex. Who did he face?
Sammy?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Which
has me thinking, is WWE crazy enough
to pull the
to
trigger?
put the title on Sami Zayn at Fastlane and have Shinsuke
You
versus AJ?
really think he's gonna beat AJ Styles?
He doesn't have to beat AJ. It's a triple threat match. He could be Kevin Owens.
I mean, it's weird because Shinsuke chanted AJ Styles after the Rumble, so he clearly wants Styles, which
That's
is what
up to him. Whoever
I know.
who shows up at Mania,
which is like what I believe people want to see.
I mean, it's gonna
Shinsuke
happen.
and AJ.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I just thought like maybe
So that means AJ won't be the champion anymore?
if Sami Zayn wins.
If Sami Zayn wins, yeah.
Stupid.
I just thought it because that's been his hands-down best match so far.
Well, no, I would. Like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing Shinsuke or Sammy. I would prefer to see Shinsuke and AJ at WrestleMania so we get that history in, and maybe down the line you get Sammy. But
right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thought. I can see it. I can see it happening, but I really think AJ is going to be the person to win.
It's not going to happen. There's no way AJ is going to lose before
You're
Mania.
gonna put money on it? Let's go.
I mean, I can't. I'm not putting. You know, there's times where like I've thought because they have betting on WWE matches. Like you could bet on the matches and on like a betting website.
Why?
Because you could bet on anything.
You can bet on the length of the national anthem of the Super Bowl.
Saying "Let's go Eagles" after the national anthem on Sunday.
My roommate took the under of the length of the Star Spangled Banner, and he won money.
You could bet on anything, especially with the Super Bowl. But here's the thing: betting on WWE odds. Let's say, Roman Reigns is gonna win, but the odds are like 80,000 to 1, so you have to bet like $80,000 to like make $1.
Yeah.
So it's like not even worth it. But so no, I won't bet you because I'm not losing. That kind of ruins my credibility if I lose to you.
That'd be great.
But I'll save my bets for the UFC fights.
You also put body limbs on the line too. You also bet that.
What?
You bet people's limbs on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
We forgot to mention that on next week on
violated.
Raw is like a second chance to dance match.
Second
Fatal
chance.
4-way. Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, Matt Hardy, and Apollo Crews. So Finn Balor should win that. And I said if Finn loses the match, I will rip someone's arm off.
What's up, Alex?
And I don't have the strength to do that, so please win. Because I could hardly even hold my 35-pound knees for more than 5 minutes. Anyway, that's Smackdown.
Yeah.
Did
you do the clap because it's a smack and it's down?
Yes, that's exactly what I did. We'll do a quick brush over of the mixed match challenge.
I love brush overs.
We had Jimmy and Naomi, the married couple,
That's
versus
Imoing backwards.
Goldust and Mandy Rose, which great pairing. I like that they kind of threw that together after Alicia Fox got injured.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy and Naomi won. Goldust did a crossroads on Jimmy, which was a good call. Good shout out to his brother Cody. They didn't mention the fact that it was Cody Rhodes' finisher, though.
Yeah, no.
So that was it. Goldust and Mandy Rose have good chemistry. I wouldn't mind them continuing that pairing, honestly. To give Goldust some relevancy. Gotta love Goldust. Apparently Goldust is...
Chris doesn't like Goldust.
You don't like Goldust? Oh, yeah, you said that. Why not?
Stupid.
Yeah, you don't know anything.
He's wearing what is he wearing?
That's been his gimmick for 20-something years, and it's kept him in WWE for 20-something years.
Well, no, he had
That's called, like...
He had time away. All right, so Chris's thing died, so I don't even remember where I left off, so we're just going to jump into the next part of this discussion. Quick 205 Live talk. Found out why 205 Live has been so good lately. It's because Triple H got control of it. Vince kind of just gave that to him. So Enzo did good for us. He didn't do good. He did something very bad. We seem to talk about him every week. He did very bad, but hey, Enzo forced WWE to change 205 Live, and it's been very good lately. I'm glad I've been watching it. So we had Lince Dorado versus Kalisto as a first-round matchup in the Cruiserweight tournament. A lot of cool spots. Good lucha match. They've been letting the Cruiserweights kind of wrestle like Cruiserweights lately, which obviously they should, because they're not like the rest of the roster. So I'm glad they're getting some shine. So good luchador mask.
Absolutely.
A lot of cool spots.
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, well, there you go. He started it all pretty much. Well, he didn't start it all, but he kind of made it popular to this generation. But Kalisto, do a quick review here. We won't break down the whole match. One part of the match, Kalisto got a 3 count off of his finish, the Salida del Sol, but like it wasn't. Like the ref kind of just said like no.
There's another weird 3 count.
Yeah. Oh no. What happened was Lince Dorado grabbed the rope at the same time, so like it was like, oh well, no,
okay.
He didn't actually. But the ending sequence, which I showed Alex, Kalisto does like a springboard, tries to do a springboard brainbuster. As Chris drops everything. Kalisto tries to do a springboard brainbuster on Dorado, but like I don't know if it was Kalisto messing up or Dorado not flipping correctly.
I think it was Dorado not flipping correctly.
And he kind of lands on his head, but like on Kalisto, so it didn't really hurt him.
He bounced off the lower back of Kalisto, so like he managed he escaped injury.
But yeah, that led to another Salida del Sol, which got Kalisto the 1, 2, 3, and advancing to the next round for Kalisto. Good for him. Great wrestler, boring person though.
Yeah, they have to give him a stronger character than Rey Mysterio 2.0.
Then we found out that next week will be Akira Tozawa versus Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews, another UK guy debuting on 205 Live. Then we got Drake Maverick roasting Drew Gulak and Tony Nese in the back, saying Drew Gulak used to be a vicious submission guy, and now he wears pins and pickets and tries to be a politician or whatever. And Tony Nese, all he wants to do is count how many abs he has, which was funny.
That seems fun. I've never gotten to do that.
Yeah, so
Same.
he also he makes a match between the two for the first round. So it'll be Tony Nese versus Drew Gulak next week as well. And that brought us to what I was looking forward to, Roderick Strong versus Hideo Itami. And this match was really, really good.
You make it sound really good.
It was legitimately like a really good match.
Trust me, guys.
We'll get into this in a second, but this might be my first entrant into February matches of the month. So it was really, really stiff. A very different cruiserweight match. It was two guys that really aren't high flyers per se, so they were very stiff. I told Alex it looked like a New Japan match, but seeing as neither of them have been in New Japan,
they haven't learned that style.
It wasn't as stiff as a New Japan match, but they were beating each other up. I said they beat the crap at each other on Twitter. But Roderick Strong was working the arm a lot, and his injury, Hideo Itami's surgically repaired arm and his back, because he is the hashtag Messiah of the backbreaker, which is this thing. He likes to break people's backs a lot. So really, like I said, really good match. Good back and forth action. But Roderick Strong wins via the end of Heartache. I don't know what that was. But Roderick Strong wins via the end of Heartache, which is... I'm not sure if it has to be a Kill Switch reference. I was supposed to Google it, but I forgot. I think it's a Kill Switch reference.
Good.
Good. Which is, like I alluded to, my current favorite finisher in the WWE. Really brutal finish. So, good for Roderick Strong to advance to the next round of the Cruiserweight Championship tournament. I said that if handled right, he could be one of the biggest faces on the roster. Everyone tends to like Roderick Strong, so... I'm not sure he has much left to do in NXT, so we should see him on the main roster very, very, very soon there, brother. Anyway, that was our wrestling for the week. We're filming this not during, but while NXT is going.
Yeah!
So, I'll be watching that either after all this nonsense or
hopefully
tomorrow.
Be watching it after your whole debacle trying to watch 205
Oh,
Live.
yeah, that was hilarious. I went to watch 205 Live, and an episode of Total Bellas came on. So I was like, all right, John Cena's a cruiserweight now. It's good to know. And then...
What?
That's the point. It was just a joke.
Huh.
I guess because John Cena's on Total Bellas because he's dating one of them.
Engaged.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I went to put it on again, and the Roman Reigns episode of Unfiltered with Renee Young came on, and I was like, what is going on right now? And then the third time, I finally got 205 Live, so that was an interesting happening of events. I don't even know what I just said, honestly. But anyway, that's the wrestling for the week. I just clapped again. It wasn't for SmackDown. I just like clapping. Clapping is fun.
Clap bombs, man.
Yeah, clap bombs, bro. Anyway, we want to bring a new little segment to your attention that I thought of. It's not going to be on the podcast. This will be on our Instagram and Twitter. We don't have Facebook.
Hashtag
Yet.
3MP
I don't think
Wrestling.
we ever will. We are at 3MP Wrestling, not hashtag. You could hashtag it too. Why not? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Why not?
It's
Hashtag
all about
us.
hashtagging.
While you add us, hashtag us.
But anyway, we will be doing at the end of every month. So these ones will be for January. For January. We'll be doing our match of the month. I think we're going to name 5 matches and then pick one.
John Cena.
We're going to do a men's wrestler of the month and a women's wrestler of the month.
John Cena.
And we're going to pick one every month. And at the end of the year, we'll pool them all together. Obviously, you can win multiple months. It would be unfair otherwise because we're going to run out of wrestlers at some point. And at the end of the year, we'll do a year-end awards thing. We'll probably have more awards at that point, but it's easier to just do these 3 for monthly. And then we could pool them all together. And it'll be a little... So it'll be between all 3 of us. We left Chris out of this one a little bit because he just got into it. He hasn't really watched any of the matches that were worth putting on.
John Cena, bro.
John Cena is not one of the finalists. But you will see that on Instagram. It might even be...
Soon.
Well, yeah, soon. We'll put it up. We'll do it after the podcast so you guys are filled in. But, yeah. So probably Friday at some point. We'll put the podcast
This is Wednesday.
up. We'll put the podcast up and then we'll put the clips up. So... Yeah, that's interesting. I just thought of that. So
Should be a fun time.
Should be fun. John Cena is going to win.
Yeah, so that ends our 3rd episode. Like I said, we will have a special short episode reviewing Bracer Impact that we went and watched.
Episode 3.5.
Could be 3.5, could be episode 4, could be whatever we want. It's our podcast. It could be episode 69.
Until 69 comes around, you're like, no.
But, yeah. A good week of Raw and SmackDown and 205 Live. Overall, what do you guys think was the best show? Raw, right? I think we all agree Raw.
Raw was a better show this week, yeah.
So, I'd even put 205 Live above SmackDown, personally.
Yeah,
But
SmackDown was weak this week, unfortunately. Had
That's
a lot of
okay.
potential for it to be good,
Yeah.
but it fell
That's
a little
okay.
short.
So that will end our episode. Again, keep the feedback coming.
Yeah.
We got some good feedback this week. Thank you, Charlie. I know it was you, even though Chris won't tell me.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, follow our Instagram and Twitter at 3MP Wrestling for more coverage of things. You never know when a little indie show will pop up and me and Alex go and watch. And
Eventually we'll get Chris
we
to
got a little
come on the
Twitter
trip.
famous for a few hours afterwards, which was
Thank you all the people
fun.
who
Yeah,
supported
man.
that Twitter. That was fun.
Interactions.
Yeah, we got a lot of interactions and follows, and some people put us on their Facebook pages. Which
Thanks,
was cool.
guys.
So,
Yeah,
Thanks
that
for
was
that.
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, we had a good time. So look out for that too. I'm not sure if we'll probably put that up on Saturday, so tomorrow when you're listening to this, because it premieres Friday on Twitch. So.
New content all the
Yeah,
time.
so good times. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Adios.